1787, the Constitutional Convention gathers right here at Independence Hall to establish a government for our new country, the United States of America. Now, the Constitution isn't perfect, and it doesn't always protect all people perfectly. That's why amendments have to be made, like the 13th Amendment, which abolishes slavery in all the United States. But before slavery was abolished by the federal government, lawmakers in states like Pennsylvania decided to take matters into their own hands. In 1780, William Lewis helps draft the Act for the Gradual Abolition of Slavery. It's the first of its kind in this country because it creates a path to freedom for Pennsylvania's enslaved men and women, and perhaps more daringly, for slaves brought here from other states. It declares, after 6 months and a day here in Pennsylvania, any enslaved person here shall be free. Now, slaveholders, of course, find ways around this new law. In 1790, President George Washington himself moved slaves back and forth from Pennsylvania to Virginia, and sometimes even just to New Jersey, to evade this 6 months and a day deadline. But William Lewis seeks to see his new law upheld, and in 1814, a most interesting case comes across his desk. The subject? Charity Castle. Charity is a young enslaved woman brought to Philadelphia from Maryland by her owner, Harriet Chew Carroll. When Charity comes to Philadelphia, she is without a doubt aware that Philadelphia has one of the largest African free communities in the country. Imagine Charity seeing people like herself owning businesses, minding their own homes, having families, being free. Charity knows that freedom could be within her grasp, but she also knows that Harriet Chew Carroll holds the power to whisk her back to Maryland at any moment. Months pass, and on her last day here in Philadelphia, before she goes back to Maryland, Charity is carrying firewood. Oh, it's really heavy. She teeters, she stumbles, she falls, boom, down she goes. Hours later, a servant finds Charity unconscious and bloody. She is carried and put into bed, and when the doctor examines her, he says, "This woman is in no condition to travel. She must stay here to recover for 2 months." 2 months, which would mean that Charity has been in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, for 8 months, a total of 8 months, which according to the Gradual Abolition Act means Charity should be free. Charity tries to claim her freedom due to her, but Harriet's brother, Benjamin Chew, is a lawyer, and he writes to his fellow lawyer and friend, William Lewis. "Charity had an accident. It's not my fault she's here longer than 6 months. Of course the law doesn't apply here." Now, William Lewis listens to the evidence. Should he make an exception because Charity had an accident? Should he make an exception because Benjamin Chew was his friend? Or should he uphold the law of 1780? William decides. Charity has been brought to Pennsylvania by her owner, Harriet Chew Carroll. Charity had an accident. That accident keeps her in Pennsylvania for more than 6 months. I am clearly of the opinion that Charity is free, and she cannot legally be sent back to Maryland. An accident made her a slave, and an accident has made her free. And it seems right she should avail herself of it. William Lewis decides that Charity should be free, but the Chews don't give in so easily. They seek out another attorney who gives them an answer more pleasing. Charity has not acquired her freedom. Now, both attorneys stand by their decision. They both believe they are interpreting the law correctly, which leaves Charity Castle in the crossfires. Now, did Charity become free like William Lewis wanted her to be? Or did she go back to Maryland like the Chews wanted? Nobody knows. Charity Castle's name is not mentioned again. But her story continues on, even today, and all of those who seek justice under the law. Nobody is above the law. William Lewis believed that to be true, and Charity Castle hoped that it would be true. But her story proves today that laws are not always interpreted to provide all people life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. This is why we protest. This is why we march and make amendments. This is why we need allies like William Lewis to ensure that our republic really does stand with liberty and justice for all. Once upon a nation.